this full moon. Do you feel me? Okay. Do you feel me? Do you feel me? Do you feel me? Okay. Ciao. Ciao, 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 ciao. I'm just like, so it made me think of Amber, one of the members here in the chat. Check her out on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube, on Instagram. But she owns a I'm trying not to mess up the YouTube algorithm. You know, the Pow Pow, she does Pow Pow training and like all of that jazz, right? And Black woman, baby, dope as hell, okay? And she made a post, she just recently made a post, and she was like, when you ignore the something in your DMs and you accept the date to the gun range or whatever, da da da. And I was like, how that's my favorite type of like outings is the gun range. Like, so when people look at me, my hobbies don't look like my aesthetic. You know how they be doing those trends of like, my job don't match my aesthetic or my car don't match my aesthetic. Like, my hobbies don't match my aesthetic at all, okay? My hobbies are very much so bipolar, and I love every bit of it. Like, so shout out to the girls who shoot. Most of my ancestors, most of my people they were toters, okay? So I grew up around them. I grew up doing pow-pow since a little girl. Like, and then even thinking about the ancestors and the things that they got into. Child. And a lot of y'all ancestors got into some stuff back in the day, okay? A lot of y'all ancestors got into some things back in the day. And I be loving to call on the trill ancestors. I feel like when it comes to connecting to the trill ancestors, they sniff out that bullshit, okay? It's like when you think about the ones who really sniff out the bullshit, it's the ones who is like, you know how they say street recognize street, real recognize real? It's one of those things, right? And it's giving this grandmother energy where she just like, she's sniffing somebody out and she just like, you need to watch that one. You know what I'm saying? You need to watch that one. That was the vibe of what it's giving, right? And he said in that song, you do some that your friends turn into enemies and things of that nature. So it's giving the vibe of when you're evolving, if those around you are not evolving at the same rate as you, that becomes a threat. Okay, so let's tap into this energy of what we are getting into. It feels like a grandmother energy on, what side is this? Let's pull a card. Because it feel like both of them, honey, if you want to be honest. Because I heard father, then I heard mother. So I'm just like, is that both? What's going on? Ooh, child. Not a male and a, yeah, it's both. Because you had the male and the female come out for both of these. And then the 4 sticks, they got both of them on it. So this is definitely on mother and father side is what this is giving. So kind of like both your grandmothers, if they're passed away, this message is for you. Yeah, you got the Empress coming out as the big queen to solidify. So this message is for those who both of your grandmothers have passed away on your mother and your father's side. Because I'm hearing them like bringing you to the table and they're saying, watch that one, okay? I'm hearing watch that one. What is this meaning? You gonna remember me. Yeah, you remember me. If you ain't about that money, then shut up. Okay, somebody, 10 of coins in reverse. You know what this is? Okay, clarify for me. Because she said, watch out for that one. And that gives me, like, 10 of coins in reverse. It gives me, like, leeching or thief energy. Grandmother, clarify this. It's like everyone not doing their end of the bargain or not doing their end of the job. So, like, think about, like, group projects. So, you know, in school, you have them group projects, right? And a lot of people have dealt with them group projects where everybody not doing their job, but like everybody get their grade. You get what I'm saying? That, yeah, the garden in reverse, the world in reverse. So someone does not live the same world as you, and you may be treating it or treating them as if they do, or you may want to. So this is giving equally yoked energy. Make sure all your connections at this time are equally yoked with what it is that you're doing. You know, it's giving like how a lot of people, when they mingle with people sometimes who are not in their same space, they become a target. And you have to realize it's a mentality difference. So like, you know how he was talking about going back to his hood and back to his home. And it makes me think about how a lot of successful people, once they become successful, they slow down on going home. They don't go home as much. They don't go back to their old stomping grounds. They don't hang with the same people that they used to hang with because those people are not evolving at the same rate that they're evolving. It's not saying, you know, it's just something about it becomes a risk. You get what I'm saying? It becomes a risk. And with the World and the Ten of Coins coming out in the reverse and then the Five of Baskets and the Eight of Knives, this is giving you will continue to have confusion energy around you. Because why is the Eight of Knives the only thing that's in the upright? You know what I'm saying? So that's like giving that being stuck in your head about things. Or not being able to go a certain type of route. Yeah, you know what this, ooh. I just saw this video and it was talking about how this girl, her old friend, set her up. Because she told her she didn't want to be friends with her anymore. And you know how the ancestors just said a little while ago, like, you don't have to tell people that you're not hanging with them no more. Just ease away. You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's becoming a risk to do that now. Because people, they show their true color. It's like they prove why you were not dealing with them in the first place. You get what I'm saying? So, like, you telling someone Two of Knives, yeah, if you're in indecision if you should do something or say something, it's given don't do nothing at all. Because say, for example, you just like, because this person, they were saying how they were messy. You know what I'm saying? There's like, I don't want to be involved in that no more. I'm evolving. You know what I'm saying? In nursing school, I'm about to graduate. And I really don't want to deal with things that may potentially get me into a certain space. And so those people went and started like spreading rumors and spreading her business and things of that nature. And they started to mess her up mentally. And it's one of those where it's just like, you ain't even got to say things. Just let it happen, because people going to show you who they are, which is going to prove why you didn't want to deal with them in the first place. So it's like, in a way, they're going to show themselves. So if something like this recently happened for you, they're going to show themselves by trying to put you out or say something about you. You get what I'm saying? They're going to show their true colors. That's what this is giving. Someone who ain't got it all up there, they're going to show their true colors by trying to do someone else a certain way. All right, we got the Three of Sticks that's coming out. Grandmothers, what is this? Because why both of y'all had to come together? Like, why both of y'all had to come together for y'all baby? Oh, the Ten of Baskets and the Mother of Baskets, because they feel like it's their duty to come together and have this serious talk with you, because this Ten of Baskets is something about your spiritual contracts at this time. So you may want to look at your spiritual contracts and your spiritual, because this Three of Sticks got me, it's like a vibe of like taking a look and a scope at everything, taking a moment to like pull back and look at everything, because she's at the top of a hill, at the top of a mountain, and it's like you're overviewing and looking at everything. So it's something about taking an observation of all of your contracts and things around you and make sure you're ending them properly and, you know, closing out something, because this is also giving bingo with all these numbers that's back behind her as well with this Mother of Baskets. February could be coming out. September, January, the number 18, the number 16. But you got the Eight of Coins that's coming out. So this is definitely given to what you're getting ready to work on. You know, it's okay to evolve. Yeah, you got the Chariot at the bottom of the deck with the railroad, with the rail cars. Like, you know, the Chariot gives a lot of, this is like traveling. He's hitchhiking on the train to get to another place. You get what I'm saying? So like the journey in a lot of ways, a long journey. Oh, it's been a long time coming, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. This Two of Baskets, but this High Priestess energy is something about like the algorithm of life. Life will bring, because sometimes we force things to stay when we need to let the algorithm of life to guide us, if that makes a lot of sense. So like seeing things for what it is, not seeing it for, you know, because the Two of Baskets is not like, oh, we're a long-term relationship and couple and best friends and da da da. Like it's an acquaintance. It's a just a connection of some sort. It doesn't have to be romantic of some sort. So this is giving a vibe of detachment, of connections. Ten of Knives. Yeah. Three of Coins and then the Devil. So you know what this is giving, because the Three of Coins, this is someone going to like a spiritual practitioner to do something. You know what I'm saying? And this could be like you have different spiritual beliefs as someone. And it's like, you know, I'm not really into that. I really don't want to be involved in that. Like, so you don't really involve this person in a lot of things with the Devil, okay? Because y'all have a different view of like occupation. You have a different view of the world, the flow of things, how to do something, okay? That Capricorn energy, you have a different process, okay? Like it's like you want reciprocity. So for example, I made a post earlier and I was talking about reciprocity. You have to know the difference between connections where you're doing most of the giving and when it's a mutual give and take, okay? And you run the risk of being in places and spaces with people like they're used to leaning on people. They're not used to giving. They do a lot of leaning. So like someone who needs a lot of freaking support. So like if you're on level 20 of, well, people on Candy Crush probably on level 1000, okay? But say you on level 20 of Candy Crush and somebody just started at level 1 of Candy Crush. Y'all are not equally yoked when it comes to the advanced things of what you've learned and the process to fulfill the game and be successful at the game. So it's like, in a way, you'll be helping that person more than they will be helping you. So this is giving a vibe of you finding more equally yoked connections. Six of Knives. So if you've had any connections where it hasn't really been equally yoked, you truly identifying and finding and connecting with those spaces of people where it's equally yoked for you and where you're at and what you're working on. Okay, grandmother, what you got? Some of you all may have been afraid to do that. Mother of Knives. Yeah, because you want to like be understanding and thoughtful and not like be judgmental and all that jazz. But it's like, get your feelings out of it. Get your feelings out of it. That may be a part of what was holding you. Ooh, I see wasp right outside my thing. That may be a part of what was holding you back because you spend so much time trying to pull other people forward that you don't put enough energy into yourself and like the mutual connections and things of that nature to pull you forward. Yeah, Seven of Baskets, you wanting something that's more of like a fairy tale, you know. You got to get out that fairy tale, baby. Two of Sticks coming out, but it's coming out in a reverse. So you getting out of a fairy tale of wanting something to be a certain type of way. And it's just like, that just ain't gonna work, okay? Some of you all may have been getting really connected to cowrie shells at this time. I just feel like with the Seven of Baskets coming out of the Mother of Knives, it's like you seeing things from a place of reality. The Nine of Baskets, of what's due to you. With the mother freaking Hierophant. Yes! So, for example, if you come from royalty, you're not going to be really, like, when we think about in that type of energy, right? Royalty does not mingle with the common folk, okay? Royalty does not mingle and connect with those who don't understand things that they understand, because they're going to find themselves in a state where they're teaching more than they're getting from some type of situation. Now, is there to say they can't get something from it? No, they can very much so get something from it. But what is your goal at this time in your life? With this 9 of baskets, if your goal at this time of life is to continue elevating and to get deeper into your career, why the hell would you be hanging with someone who don't even know how to write a paragraph? Like, you're trying to get to a place of writing a grant proposal and you working with somebody who don't know how to write a paper. That's not an equally yoked connection, baby. You want to be able to find and identify with those who are on the same page as you. Get out your feelings. Okay? And look at what is. Think about how many people before you had that same mindset. And that's why I feel like your grandmother energy is coming out, because it's giving waiting to exhale, okay? Having a business degree, but she helping him take care of his kids and his life and get stuff together, okay? While her life put on the back burner. So she giving more than what she getting. And this is what this is giving. Your grandmothers are saying you bet not allow yourself to be in a space where you are giving more than you are receiving at this time. Okay? We going with the same deck? 4 of Sticks coming out. That's full circle. We just started the message at that. And then the Son of Baskets. Ooh, what's that? What's that? I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna shed no tears. No, I'm not gonna cry. Because I feel like this is someone who had access to you once upon a time and they could have grew with you, but they didn't. With the Son of Baskets, you know, the Son of Baskets is like the Knight of Cups. So this is like someone who fakes something. They make something look good. You know what I'm saying? So this is someone who probably wasn't really doing the work, but you were doing the work. So you have evolved and elevated to a certain space, but they haven't. And that's why that 4 of Sticks was in the reverse with this Son of Baskets. Yeah, 5 of Coins, baby. And the motherfucking Lovers in reverse. Your grandmothers are speaking at this time. Somebody playing the motherfucking game, okay? Somebody's playing. And she's saying you need to peep the game and really look at the fruits that people are bearing. Because this gives a vibe, the Son of Baskets, some people talk a really good game. You got the courting and the 5 of Coins coming out. So this is giving like a breadcrumbing energy of something. So if we thinking breadcrumbing from a spiritual perspective, it's like someone knowing half, but not all. Like, grandmothers, what you getting at? This is giving a deficit. Like, this is giving a deficit. And it's something that you've been manifesting. And that's why this is coming up at this time. And that may be why the stuff, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. So you and this person will be back in the same space again eventually. And y'all will be on the same page. Y'all will be equally yoked. But right now, there is a separation of path or a separation of energy that is not conjoined at this time. You got the 7 of Coins. Yeah, you know what this is giving me? This is giving, you're tending to your garden and they don't even have one. Okay? So you're tending to your garden and they don't even have a garden. So you're now hanging with other people who have gardens. Okay? That's what this is giving. With the 7 of Coins, you see how she doing what she doing? You got the pig in the background. Okay? It's like if they don't even know how to. So for example, you just may be in different seasons. Like, yes, like you're in different seasons. You're in different seasons. That's all I can really get from this. Like, you need to know the difference between someone who is a beginner and someone who is intermediate and someone who is more advanced. Okay? And if you're on the more advanced spectrum, you need to be connected to those who are at the more advanced. You need to be in your more advanced, getting out and connecting. You know, it's giving professional development. You know, how a lot of, you know, those who have professional licenses and things of that nature, you have different organizations that provide professional development opportunities, is giving you going through professional development. And as you go through professional development, you're upping your skills, you're getting better at what you're doing, because this professional development is required for you to keep your license. This is giving a vibe of someone who don't go to professional development. They feel like they know it all. Like they don't go to professional development, but you are steadily, continuously like, no, I'm gonna keep my license. Like, I'm gonna make sure I get these hours. I'm gonna make sure I enroll. I make sure I do this. So it's like you making sure that you keep something priority. Understand what other people's priorities are, is what this is definitely giving. Because in order to tend to a garden, you have to prioritize that shit. You can't just let it go by the wayside and be like, oh, I'm gonna prioritize it this week, and then I'm gonna ignore it for a month. Oh, I'm gonna go hardcore gardening for 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna ignore the gardening for 2 months. No, you have to go hard. You have to do it every day, because different plants have different needs. We have different needs. You're walking into a different space, and I'm feeling this energy of you accepting it. You embracing this new space that you're in right now. You got the ancestors coming out with the death. So in order for you to embrace the new, you got to allow the old. So one thing that is within our culture is the belief that when someone passes away, someone is being born. Okay. And that's why the ancestors also show up as the child with the half face on here. So this energy with the babies of what you are birthing at this time. Okay, you need to treat it like your life depended on it. Okay, you ain't got time for no little dollar store locks. Okay, you need to treat it like it's the purge. You need to protect it at all costs, because that's literally what's going on out here right now. It's like a spiritual purge that's been going on, where we notice through desperation, and a lot of things are being revealed, put it that way. And so with that, you're being given an eyesight to be able to see things through a different type of lens. And with you being able to see things through this different type of lens, it's allowing you to evolve. You got the Father of Coins. Yeah, so you dating something as you continue to evolve. Hermit card coming out, Wheel of Fortune. So this is definitely giving a vibe of, you know, some connections just, you know, it makes me think about, it's a song by Janae Aiko. She says, shame on me for changing and shame on you for staying the same. But then understand that we all change at different rates as well. But that's why in school, there's different classrooms. And it's time for you to stop trying to force someone who is not in your classroom, okay, to understand that you're in the honor section. You get what I'm saying? You can't force someone who's trying to understand the basics still, your honor section. So, woo, grandmothers, y'all came through. Do we have anything else on here? Anything else? So you have love partnership coming out in reverse, and then you have forgiveness and then abundance. So this is giving a vibe of you forgiving yourself for some connections that you may have kept for longer than what you needed to keep them for. But then by you forgiving yourself and just the energy in general, you stepping into this next stage of abundance. It's all about knowing when you're giving more than you're receiving. Know when you're giving more than you're receiving. And it's not, life is not all about what you receive, but you do have to pay attention to the how of things. You get what I'm saying? Because sometimes people try to take for granted. Like, they try to take it for granted. All right. Grandmothers, anything else? Baby, it's giving main character, okay? It's giving main character. You have card number 23 with the comforter coming out in the reverse. So you are not meant to be this person's comforter and protector. So this is the comforter with Bastet, but it's in the reverse. So this is giving a vibe of you need to take your hands off of something that you've had your hands on. Yeah, describe a scepters and put it into yourself. So you don't have to take something in as being your responsibility or your project. You know, this could be even at work. You know, you don't have to volunteer to be the one to help on this project. The Seven of Scepters. You can protect your energy and your peace and pull back. You don't have to volunteer as tribute. You do not have to volunteer as tribute, because this gives a vibe of you may be someone that every time you do that, you do all this fighting for people, standing up for people, they still end up disappointing you anyway. So it's like, remove your hand from it. This is their journey. You have the Chariot in reverse. It's not your journey, it's their journey. So you taking your hands off of other people's journeys and where they're at. You can't want something more than another person wants it for themselves. And that may be part of what they need to learn. They may need to learn independence. This may be someone who's big on being codependent, and they can only learn through being independent. So you holding on and trying to pull them forward could be getting in the way as well. Because this is giving the vibe of don't baby them, right? With the baby being inside of the carriage. Yeah, the King of Scarabs in reverse. Some ain't your responsibility, honey. And we're going to leave it at that. Queen of Scarabs in reverse. Some ain't your responsibility. Some ain't your responsibility. And that's just what it is, okay? Your name is Bennett, and you ain't in it, okay? Your name is Bennett, and you ain't in it. It ain't your responsibility. What other people are, you know, going through is not your responsibility. We don't know everyone's karma, and some of you all could be taking on the karma of other people because you're trying so hard to want to be understanding and supportive, and the whole time they playing in your face. Whole time they playing in your face. Okay, and some of y'all have known that these people or this person has been playing in your face. Like, this is giving a vibe of like somebody, oh, okay, oh, spirit, this example, okay, somebody, oh, I can't do it. So they get you to pay for something for them, right? But a couple days later, you see them bragging about buying some Jordans or something, and you just like, but you just talk me into it's like one of those, like, it's their priorities. You get what I'm saying? Don't prioritize people who don't prioritize themselves truly. You get what I'm saying? Of certain things that they say that they prioritizing. So you could be putting yourself into spaces where they don't even prioritize the things that you're prioritizing for them. You ain't got to step in and do all that. Okay? They can do it all on it. They can figure it out on their own. You ain't got to be Captain Save them, okay? And some people are good with that manipulation, and that's another thing where your grandmothers are saying, making sure, look, the stuff started freezing up, was going in so deep. But the sense of, don't let your boundaries be so slick that it's easy to get got, okay? Don't let your boundaries be so love and light that you get got, okay? I tell people all the time, there's a such thing as charm spells too. You need to pay attention to the fruit that people bear. Don't pay attention to the shit that people say. They'll be saying the same shit for a whole year. And it'll be the same cycle. You observe the cycle. You observe the same cycle that they do over and over and over and over again. Are you going to get off the wheel of fortune? You going to get off the wheel? Or are you going to sit there and stay with it? Okay? And these are the type of people, then you may even notice that they start then attaching to other people when they realize someone else see they BS. So you got to notice that too. The people who they be like, oh, wait, hold on. They see my BS. Let me attach to somebody else now. You got to pay attention, y'all. Because the codependency is real. Ancestor's been coming out and saying that a lot recently too. Like for the past couple months, I feel like. They've been talking a lot about codependent energy. Those who don't know how to stand on their own. You need to know the difference. Now, is it saying that they don't deserve to get support and help? No, but it's saying they need to go to the spaces that's designated for that. Why feel like it's someone else's responsibility to always pull back? You know what I'm saying? Reach back and pull us. We got to give something for ourselves. We have to do something on our own. You got the Ace of Coins in reverse and then the World card coming out. So this is definitely giving something shutting off. With the Ace of Coins in reverse, something not being beneficial, something not being fruitful, something not being expansive. But this is giving a vibe of cutting something off. With the Ace of Coins being in reverse, cutting someone's access to something or cutting their access to your world off. That's what that could be also with the universe and the Ace of Coins in reverse. But it's because you've developed more emotional intelligence. You started to be able to see through, you know, they may use emotional manipulation. You know what this give me? And we're going to start getting off of here. This is giving me back in the day when the people would like mess with the education system and they would call them crazy checks. Where they were getting checks for their child and disabilities. They would have their child act like they were disabled so that they can get checks. It's giving someone who knows how to defeat a system or someone who knows how to be the perfect victim or they know how to show that they need help with something. Like to get some type of benefit from them showing that they need help. And they know how to target certain people. You know that Tyler Perry movie where that man and his mama was targeting the old women for their Social Security checks and stuff? That. So someone has the potential to be on that type of energy where they know how to emotionally manipulate people out of things. That type of shit really go on, y'all. Ten of Swords. Take it for everything. Okay? So it's better to deal with the haves and not the have-nots, because the have-nots gonna look at the haves like somebody who got something that's supposed to be theirs. Drink your water and stay out the way. Drink your water and stay out the way. Drink your water, stay out the way, and have a good old long day, okay? Ciao. Ciao, ciao. Before we get out from this message, make sure y'all check out the Butterfly Effect School of Transformation, where we have enrollment open for this month's workshop and boot camp, where we are going into Ancestor Veneration. It's a 7-day workshop and boot camp where you will be strongly connected to an ancestor or multiple ancestors, and you will know how to connect and channel to ancestors with other individuals as well. So check out my website at monicole.com for the details to be registered for that, my darlings. So that is the grandmother's messages. Child, this Aries full moon was definitely on some knuck of you buck type energy, okay?